Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome to the BUZZY HOUR, a place where we talk about everything and anything. And on today's show, we are going to be discussing a very interesting topic, as usual, titled Raising the Boy Child and Boy Child Molestation. I'm not going to be doing this alone. With me in the studio my co-hosts and our guests. I'll give them the floor to introduce themselves.
Hello once again, MP Nation. Welcome to the BUZZY HOUR. That same place where we talk about everything and we talk about everything.
Yo,
Yeah, my name still remains Adamazi Chinemenma, aka Empress Chizzy, an Hollywood filmmaker, producer, a voiceover artist, an event host, and also that entrepreneur business artist.
what up, people? This is your boy Double D, musical artist, also into industrial cleaning business.
And I am Chinemenma Joyce Nwakanma, the Adamazi one of Abuja. I'm into real estate, graphics designs, travel and tours, printings, and brandings. And as I said earlier, we are going to be gisting, discussing on a very interesting topic that people usually don't talk about. It's always about the girl child, always neglecting the boy child. So today we decided to deliberate and discuss about the boy child, raising the boy child molestations, and everything that has to do with the boy child's life. So I'm going to be directing some few questions to our guests and also my co-hosts, and for myself too. So Didi, if I may ask, what do you think, or what do you have to say about raising the boy child?
Well, to my own knowledge and experience, I would say raising a boy child is is a difficult process because most people think that raising a girl child is more difficult, but raising a boy child is more difficult because a boy can process a lot of things if not being placed in the right direction. Because and from the hood where you are coming from, in a boy child again is what he sees is what he wants to grow up with. Like when you are growing up, if you are seeing some kind of character and attitude from the older ones, so maybe your peer group as well. So if you don't have someone that will tell you, no, this is not
Not
the way,
good.
you will just grow up with
Thinking that
that.
that's the normal way of
Yeah,
life.
you would think it's normal boys way. Just like there is some movie I was watching way back. It's like an African American movie. That in the hood, in the movie, in the hood, when you are growing up, you have to be initiated to a gang. So you have to go and shoot someone or burn a store, you know. So
To
other
show
younger
that
ones
you have the
too,
mind to
yeah.
belong in that
So the
group.
other young ones growing up also was trying to fit in the same process they saw others did, because from there they will see, hey, they start
You na
ruling the street, you
cartel, you na
understand.
cartel
So
man.
it's more difficult because a boy child needs attention every time, to direct, to tell him, oh, this, or if you want to go into it, this is what will happen
Yeah,
to you. So to me, raising a boy child is very difficult, but you need more parental gear
and
or
guys,
sponsor guidelines, to make the boy child to be on the shape or the way you want it to be.
Chizzy, do you have anything to say about that?
yeah, a whole lot is actually there to talk about raising a boy child. Um, in as much as we we or our African mothers putting
Concentrate on the girls.
concentrate on that girl child just because I want you tomorrow you grow up to marry a good husband.
To
Tomorrow
be
you make a wife
a good
material.
wife material.
You grow up to be this. Come here, you're a girl, come into the kitchen. Come here, you're a girl, come and do this. Come here, you're a girl, come and do that. Come out there, you're a girl, come and sit here. Don't you know you're a girl? You do this, they say, don't you know you're a lady? You should act like this. You should hello, same things, same values
Should
that has
be.
been meted out to a girl child should in 100 folds be done same way to the boy child.
Because why raising the girl child to be wife material? You should
You
raise
should
the boy
also
child to
raise
be
their
the husband
husband
a husband
material.
material.
Yes.
You get the point. A whole lot of love, emotional, physical strength has to be put in training
The
in
boy
raising
child.
a boy child.
The same
Because-
energy.
Yeah, because a boy child who grew up with lack of emotions ends up as a beast.
Yes.
No matter the kind of no matter the how many gallons of tears he shed, like he doesn't get moved because he doesn't have that expression of emotions. I remember someone will always say, you don't give what you don't have.
Yes. Yes.
If you're unhappy, you can't
Give
make anyone
happiness
happy.
to others. Yes.
At all.
Not be people say person wey naked no dey
dey
sugar
chook
inside
am for
pocket.
I dey tell you.
Because where you wan put am?
Where you wan put am? Wetin you wan comot?
Wetin you wan comot? Na your body you wan hold. You understand it? So I if this is a very broad topic.
Yes. Yes.
It's very broad, it's very tight, it's very massive, but I'll have to stop here.
So, the next question, that brings us to the next question. You mentioned something about emotions. You know, men, the boy child. Let me start from the boy child. They are always raised or yes raised to withhold their emotions. I saw a situation where a guy was crying and everybody was like, why you gonna cry? No, na man you be.
You're a big boy.
I found it so annoying. How can you tell a man not to cry because he is a man? It's not the same emotions that the women have that the men have to. So now, is it good for parents to encourage their boys to express themselves emotionally? Let them have that equal emotional expression, just like the girl child. Are you advising or encouraging parents to also allow their boy children to express themselves emotionally? Double D.
Yeah. Being on the question you asked, a parent cannot make a child to be emotional. It comes from the inside naturally. There are people that are emotional. There are people like I could remember my nephew when I was small. When they are flogging us, he will be crying. But when they are beating him, Mama will not send them more. Do you understand? So a parents cannot make a boy child to have emotion, or they will be like, "Oh, you're supposed to cry when this." No, emotion comes on its own, and that emotion comes on how you are being trained. There are some people that has a very strong heart, like they doesn't feel, it's not as if they are not compassionate, but there's some certain level of like hardness. They are not easily moved by maybe incidents or
Isn't that because of the way they were raised?
no. There are some people that are raised in a good home, slums, that has emotion. There's people that they are raised in a very luxurious and platter of good of family
But
background, still
men
no
are
emotion.
known to. They say women are emotional beings.
Yeah.
So men are known to be emotionally unavailable.
But there are
And
still
it's-
some men that can cry more than women.
but there is this thing.
There are just like 8 out of 100.
Yes, there is this thing about men that just like the ladies or the girls, you do a certain thing and they will tell you you're not supposed to do this, you're a girl. The same thing is applicable to guys. They tell the boy child, they raise the boy child to buckle up pains, buckle up emotional traumas,
Yeah.
something happened to you, you're not supposed to cry, you're not supposed to express your emotional pains and all that because you are a boy. Don't you know you are a boy? Don't you know you are a boy? Which is, to me, is not proper. Everybody should be allowed to express themselves how they feel. Okay, there is a particular video that a trending recently where a best man
Okay, was crying.
was crying
Okay.
Okay,
that
yeah,
the
yeah.
friend
Yeah,
is wedding.
wedding.
And what I saw on social media was like, oh my god. They said the guy, they tagged the guy, Gege, Agege, because he's crying that his friend is leaving him to, get married to someone else. Probably, definitely, when you are married, your attention is divided, because the attention you will be giving to me as your friend will no longer be there
Yeah.
Yeah,
like fully,
there is a third
because
party now.
yes, because you have to channel that attention to your wife and
No, it's
concentrate
it's
on building your
actually
family.
entails a true relationship
Exactly.
and friendship.
But didn't you read messages? Didn't you read people's comments?
I did.
People's comments were like, I
You
was
know,
like,
now
so
we're not
men are not supposed to.
we're not talking. We are now talking about that post now, because this guy had emotions. He was raised with emotions.
Yeah.
You understand? And these emotions, he validates it knowingly and unknowingly. He's quick to express himself. That's why most times when you see people who are very quick to tears, when they cry, just allow them. Because when they cry, they become strong.
Yes.
You understand? I have a friend like that. When she starts crying, I'll
I'm
let
like
her
that
be.
too now.
I'll let her be.
Me, not be cry
Now,
baba.
my own dad, when you start crying, he'll say, I will join you. As he say, I will join you, see tears don't fall out. That's my father. And I will tell him, well, you're a last born.
The thing is
You
that the
understand
best
it?
way to ease
That's
pain
how
for me,
I cajole my dad.
for me, the best way to ease my pain is to cry.
Yeah.
Once I
Because
cry, you
when you
see
cry, you get
everything,
better.
everything about that pain is off my
You
my
get
my
better.
mind, my soul, my spirit, and my body. I'll come back to my normal self. But the comment on that particular post made it as it was very evident that
Some even
they see men who cry, who express emotions,
yeah.
as weaklings, that they are not supposed to do it because they are men. And this thing started from their upbringings, because they are meant to buckle up emotions. They are meant not to cry, meant not to express anything, pain whatsoever it is. Just keep it to yourself because you're a man. And that thing is affecting men badly. Even in our marriages, you see a man passing through so many things, but he can't even say it.
Because he feels when he says it, why will I be talking? A
They will
woman
say,
now, a woman.
I am
can't
a
bring
man.
all such things.
I am
na woman
supposed to
talk.
buckle it. I am supposed
No.
to handle it
That,
as a man.
that one is not by upbringing. It's generally as a man. There's a certain stage.
You're still using the as a man.
That is
Yeah.
the problem.
And then you came to the studio and you
Yeah.
are still like,
That is the
even as a
problem.
man.
No, there are some certain issue being a man. You can't take that away.
So what is the difference between being a man and being a woman?
Being a man and being a woman is the responsibility.
Of what responsibility?
There's some kind of responsibility a man does that a woman cannot.
No, I don't believe
I
that.
don't get that. I don't
Do
get
you pay bride price? Wait,
Do you get pregnant and birth a child?
That is the woman's responsibility.
Hey, that's why I
That's what
said
I'm
it's
saying.
division of labor.
Yes, no, that's what I'm saying.
Everybody
Yeah.
has, it's just like when you have a duty roster.
Yeah.
Mr. Didi, you come, you do this. Empress, you come, you do that. I can't wake up and decide to go and do yours. Why you
Yes.
have yours?
Yes.
Hello. So now, once there is a division of labor, a man is meant to do this and do that.
Mm-hmm.
But a man should not have emotions. It's a no.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Do you know why I'm saying
men have
so?
emotions, but not all. Likewise, there are some women that don't have emotions.
Men have emotions,
women
but
that don't
the
like-
society,
This program today
The society-
is the men. We want to look at the men.
the society made the boy child to buckle up emotions. Not that they don't have emotions.
Yeah.
They do have emotions, because every human being has emotions, but the society, the parental upbringings
Yeah.
makes the boy child to buckle emotions instead of expressing it, which is very dangerous to them. Because you're passing through something, you cannot even open your mouth and tell your wife, tell your sister, tell your mother. It even goes to the extent of you cannot tell your mother and your father what you're going through. They will just buckle it because they will see me now that I am crying, they will see me now that I am this, they will see me now that I am weak, because you don't want to appear weak.
No, that is based on parental upbringing. You know, like just like when my dad was a military man, so you have to be. There is nothing like even the girls were behaving like men. Like you have to be hard. Now you won't go to school, they bully you, come back and you tell my dad somebody beat me. Ah, you go collect. So if somebody beats you, you need to
Beat am back.
wound the person, break his leg. Come back and come and tell him somebody beat me and I broke his leg. You'll be okay, okay. I will be waiting for them to come. You know, it's just parental upbringing. There are some soft parents, like they are too soft to everything. So while growing up, the babies, like their children learn how, like the thing pass. It's just like inheritance. They say, okay, this thing is in this family. There are
I've
some
come
family
to
that is very emotional.
I've really come to understand that boys or boy childs are observant.
Yeah.
They observe a whole lot, and they grow with what they learn, they see every day. And also environments, the environment you grow a male child, a boy child,
Yeah.
also determines the kind of friends and lifestyles you keep.
Yeah. Exactly.
This boy sees all that. If let's say for instance you have a father who beats your mother, and each day you sit and see them fighting,
Mm-hmm.
you grow up the same way.
Yes.
There is no two ways about
Yeah.
it. It would to get to a point when if any lady says anything, before you know jack,
You don't
before you
give am
get
gas.
yourself, you don't fight her. Then you on your own, you be like, "Kai, I no wan fight am before, but na she come make me."
Because you
Because
that thing
this
is
is
in you.
what
That's
this
trauma.
is what you grew up.
That's trauma.
You understand? And a boy child, being a very great observer, follows the things he sees
In the home, so everything has to do with the
in
home.
the home and the environment where you grow that child up, with the kind of friends you keep around you, and everything at large. You understand my point? So growing up a male child needs enough love, enough nurturing, enough physical commitments. You understand?
Yeah.
Because all these things are embodiments of things that would paint or reshape or model this boy child to the present better husband of today or of tomorrow.
Because we have so many responsible boys, irresponsible men all over.
That
And
is
I
it.
don't blame them, I blame their families.
That is
I
it.
blame the people who raised them. But I thank God, I think I will say I thank God that the parents of today are changing that narrative.
Ideology.
Yes, they are changing that narrative. Because if you watch, there are so many broken homes. If you go to courts, if you visit courts and listen to divorce cases, you will see that, oh my God, our men are rotten. Our men are rotten because it's men. 99.9% is men. The problems are always from the men. Now I have a particular should I call him a suitor? Let me use the word a suitor. Who asked me, aside money, what else does a woman want from a man? I was like, excuse you. So the only thing you grew up knowing is your dad giving your mother money. He said yes, that is the only thing. They are not close to their dad because it's all their mom. The only thing their dad does is wake up in the morning, give money, go to market, come back, rest. He's never present in their life. He just
Okay.
their mother, their mother, their mother. So he grew up knowing that the only thing his father was doing was just to provide, bring money, provide, provide financially. That's all. So he now felt that the only thing a woman needs to is just money. That is not the only thing a woman needs. Just financial provision. Can't I make money by myself? If it's just financial provision, then I don't need a man. Obviously, I don't.
Yes.
Because I can afford whatsoever financial provision he's going to give to me. I will afford more. So I don't need a man if it's just about financial provision. So all this thing has to do with people who are raising these boys. The society where these boys are growing up. In the Igbo culture, they make it look as if men are the prize. I don't know about others, but I'm going to talk about where I am from. I'm talking about the Igbos because that is where I'm from. They make it look as if men are the prize. Once you are not married. Okay, I can remember one of my friends telling me that when I lost when Onyeko died, she called and she was sympathizing with me that the mom just told her that Onyeka is my aunt, that she never even knew that she's from my place, blah 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 blah. I was like, she's not just from my place, she's not just from my village, she's from my kindred. Do you understand? So she's my direct aunt. She was like, now I know why being single is not a problem for you. You don't see being single as anything. In fact, you even prefer being single than being married. Marriage, they even cross your mind. That if Onyeka those days can stand being single, being a single mom, now those days now that they see it as a taboo for a woman not to be married, then now she can see why I am not even moved by it. I know that as far as I'm concerned, my family is a family. I don't care about you, whether you are a man or a woman, whether you are married or not. Their own is, my dad will always say one thing: concentrate on building and developing yourself. Do what pleases you and your God. Every other person will be all right. So if being single is what will please you and your God, do it. When you raise children with that mindset, you see they make a better society. But when you raise children, ladies, you are telling them that once you are done with secondary school, go and marry. Once you are done with university, go and marry. They see themselves as lower or as properties that need to be given away.
Liabilities.
Yes. They see themselves as properties. They need to go away. Once I'm done, I don't finish secondary school, now make I go marry. You see some ladies in their agenda, their own is just to finish university, marry. Shikena. That is all. Then the boys see themselves as the prize. We are the prize. Now we they run things. If you somebody in the hospital the other day, I took my mom for a checkup. One of the securities did something. He was rude to me, and my mom actually the first time I ignored, second time I ignored, the third time I had to go and do an official complaint. So a guy came into the picture that didn't even know how things started. Where the thing started, he just bumped into the picture and wanted to buy off the case. When I was ready for the case, he ran away. I wonder why he was running. So he made a comment that I pity the man wey marry you. He was talking to me. I said, I don't blame you. Na your papa and your mama, na I blame. The people wey teach you say na only marriage woman suppose do for this life, as in the only thing a woman should be thinking of in this life na marriage, na them I blame. I don't blame you, and I pity the girl that is having you or expecting to have you as a husband, because I don't see any reason why you come to buy off a case that is not even any of your business, and you are not coming to say the truth of what happened. You are coming to side. In fact, there he even nailed himself by saying that he has actually had that same experience with the same security. So you've had the same awful experience with the same security, and you are coming to back
Rubbish.
You're coming to back him up for
I think
doing or being
I think
rude
suffering
to
and smiling has been our problem in the
that
country.
is it. So you see,
So
raising those kind of boys and allowing them roam the streets, irresponsible men roaming the streets, trying to impose their masculinity on everybody around them is a no. So I think parents should do better.
okay. So we've said a whole lot about raising the boy child. I know you have lots of questions. I know you have lots of contributions and opinions, suggestions, everything to make. But the program is not finished. We'll have to go for a commercial break. Then when we come back, we'll be talking about the boy child molestation. Stay tuned.
Welcome to Elifev International Limited, your one-stop platform for all your real estate, travel and tours, graphics designs, printings and branding needs. We specialize in sales, lease, rents, purchase of all kinds of properties, visits, work, study, and business visa applications, flight bookings, hotel reservations, all kinds of graphic designs and printings such as billboards, flyers, roll-up banners, customized items like t-shirts, caps, cups, gift items, etc. For inquiries, contact us on 08067598109 or 08133949857. Our office is located at Suite 16, Shafa Plaza, Durumi District, Abuja. Welcome back to the show. Like we were discussing raising the boy child and boy child molestation. Now I'm going to be directing more questions to our guests. Didi,
Yo.
what do you think about or what do you think parents should do about bullying, boy child bullying in schools, in the neighborhood, all around? What do you think parents should do about it?
You know, to me, because I remember when I was a kid, I had a lot of bullies, but due to the parental upbringing, I didn't give it a chance to happen to me. But I see others. You know, that bullying of a thing, it comes from when your fellow age mate, feels he's more higher or
Superior.
powerful or superior. Thank you for the word. Than you. He wants to, tell you that you can't play ball in this field, you can't do some kind of things we are doing because you're lower, we're more superior than you. But to me, if I'm a parent, I will actually teach my boy child how to be very proud of himself,
Himself.
and also have some technical and some combating trainings for him, because when he comes, you get it in quantum of how you want it. Because yes, it helps, because if those boy child that is being bullied at school, if they know how to defend themselves,
themselves.
they won't be bullied. Because the fear of that bullying coming to pass is that when you are being beaten or being chased away, you can't go there, because what, they will overpower you by either beating you or doing some kind of things to you. So teaching a boy child how to defend himself from starting from when he's small is a good thing. It's not like about using it in a good way, not when
Not
you
to
teach
use it
him,
to
yeah,
bully
yeah,
others.
to bully others, yeah.
Chizzy, do you have anything to say about that? You have any contribution?
Yeah, boy child molestation. Most times when I talk about it, I cry. It brings tears to my eyes. Why?
We are
Because
still talking about bullying.
yeah, because these molestation in guys come from when Mr. Didi says inability to defend or stand in for yourself or stand
Yeah.
up for yourself, because you know that when you go there they will overpower you and they will do this, all these things, most of these things again ends up giving this child a low self-esteem.
Yes.
Then this inferiority complexity comes in. See, I keep telling anybody, any introverts, sorry if I may sound rude, but you people cannot just talk in public. This is your problem. You're not just shy, but it's just that na inferiority complex na im dey worry them. An introvert that I know will make a whole lot of noise even while sitting down on alone.
Yeah.
They make noise even while or just being alone in their house. They are making noise.
But when
But when they are
facing
outside,
the crowd.
once they are facing the crowd, then there is this sickness of stage fright that comes into them. There is this sickness of I can't do it that comes into them as well. I know few introverts that have really broken through the bounds of that uh inferiority complexity and the stage fright and all the rest of them. Because see, let me tell you, I will have to tell anyone for free, the way you train a boy child, how soft or how hard you train a boy child, tells deeply down on that boy or child.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it's either this child grows up hard or he
Okay.
grows up soft. Don't forget that growing up soft or hard, if you feel pampering a child will make the child a better child, you've spoilt the child. After all, our holy scripture said, spare the rod and spoil the child. So there are extents of love that should be meted to a boy child. Because just like I said in the earlier on the other topic, raising the boy child childs are observers. They are not just observers, they are mediators.
Yeah.
They mediate a lot. Now, because of the training, because of the raise they've gotten, this is what they put in. You see that the boy child was actually raised by the mom who loved him so dearly. Now you see this boy growing up with the mom's attitude. If the mom is a hard woman,
The
the
boy
boy
will
would
be hard.
definitely become a hard woman, a hard man. But if he grew up with a dad who is understanding and soft,
Yeah.
then you still see that same thing imbibed in that boy. Now, if he grew up with a parent or if he grew up with parents like the mother and the father who are liberal on both sides, liberal doesn't mean that when he commits he can run here and hide. No, liberal means when you know you committed here and you cannot hide here, because that same thing you're running from here, if you go here you
You
will
go
still get
collect
it. Instead, if the both of us should come closer, you collect double of it.
Mhm.
This is me being liberal.
Yeah.
You get my point. So boy child molestation has a whole lot to do with the training, the raise
Because when parents are
of
not
a
teaching
child.
their children
Because
what
when you don't
boundaries,
teach them,
especially boundaries,
Yeah.
because you always tell the girl child, if this brother touch you here, don't allow it to, don't
that is
allow
why
any brother touch
most
you there.
men,
But
most boy
you
child
don't tell the
suffer
boy
this
child
sexual
same thing.
sexual
Yes.
harassment.
You don't
Yeah.
tell the boy child the same thing. The way women, I know we is more on the women, the molestation is more on the girl children, but that doesn't mean the boy child doesn't pass through molestations too.
Mm-hmm.
That I know so many little boys that has been molested, and some that are still being molested, of course, because it's something that is even on the rampage, is increasing on daily basis. So I think parents should get so much involved in their male children's life just the same way they are involved in their female children's life. Educate them, do that sex education. I can remember when we were still growing, as little as I was then, my mom would wake us up in the middle of the night and start telling us stuffs, things that don't do this, this one will do this one, what we call sex education. So the same way they teach the girl children sex education, it should also be done same to the boy,
boy
child,
child,
because
yeah.
they are also exposed
Yeah.
to the child molestation of a thing, rape. They also go through rape. Boys are being raped on daily basis, but because they don't even know what it is, they just felt it's a normal thing. And these people, these their molesters, cajole them. Some of them will even tell, if you tell anybody, I will kill you. If you do this, I
Yeah.
will do that. Blah, some will even sweet mouth them and make them believe that is a normal thing to do, that there is nothing bad in it. Do you understand? I had that experience, honestly. I had that experience while growing up. Not even while growing up. I think I was about almost 18 years then. If not the way I was raised, it would have happened. But because of the way I was raised, I knew that this thing is not normal. And I stood against it. Against all odds, I stood against it. And I stopped it from happening. Even if that time I dey worry now. And now I don't calm down. I don't even mind breaking you, or even doing something that will, when you giving you serious wound, and when you see it, you will know that it was when you were trying to do so thing that. But if I didn't have that thing imbibed in me, if I wasn't taught that this thing is not normal, it's not good, it would have happened. So the same thing is still applicable to the boy children. When you don't tell them what they are supposed to know, they are open to any form of mistakes. They are open to any form of problems. You see them go to school, join courts and all that. Is because their parents are not giving them proper training. They feel they are the boys. They are not supposed to be well raised, or they are not supposed to so much energy is not supposed to be put in raising them. They concentrate on making the girl child a better person, not knowing that, or forgetting that if the girl child is a better person and the boy child is not a better person, the society is not sane.
It's not safe.
Yeah.
It's not sane. It's not safe. Everybody is just
That's why
insane.
when you look out for some campaigns, they'll be like, train a girl child, and you've trained a whole community, be a whole whatever. If you train there's this our veteran, that, what's her name again? This veteran woman, that the day she wanted to retire, almost 6,000 persons surfaced. Oprah Winfrey, is it
Oprah, yes.
Oprah now, right?
Mm.
When the day she announced her retirement, more than 6,000 persons came out, and this woman single-handedly trained all these persons. They came with lots of gifts, whatever. So now, if this woman was not capable the way she was, she wouldn't have trained. Say 6,000 persons would have wasted, right?
Yeah.
6,000 persons. So, but back to what we're saying. Now, when we don't train up a boy, a good husband,
We cannot have
when we
good
don't train up
husbands now.
a good boy
We
child,
will not even have good
we won't
brothers.
end up having good brothers.
We will not have good brothers. We will not have good male friends.
I remember
we will not have
that
good
year,
husbands.
there is this my neighbor that runs to our house each time her big brother is beating her. The guy will use belt and design her body. She'll have to run to
And
our house.
that boy will grow tomorrow now, get married and start designing the wife
The
like
wife's
that.
body. So it's really crazy.
Meanwhile, back to our
That's not the problem.
gist. Didi,
Yo.
how do you How can boy children overcome anxieties and depressions?
Wow, that is a very hard question.
Abeg,
Because
abeg, go to guy pick up pause. I always say loud.
Let's go on a
Ebola.
commercial break. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Eliefev International Limited, your one-stop platform for all your real estate, travel and tours, graphics designs, printings and branding needs. We specialize in sales, lease, rents, purchase of all kinds of properties, visits, work, study, and business visa applications, flight bookings, hotel reservations, all kinds of graphic designs and printings such as billboards, flyers, roller banners, customized items like t-shirts, caps, cups, gift items, etc. For inquiries, contact us on 08067598109 or 08133949857. Our office is located at Suite 16, Shafa Plaza, Durumi District, Abuja.
Welcome back to the show. Thank you for staying with us. As we've been discussing raising the boy child and boy child molestation, I'm going to throw more questions to our guests and we will sign out. So, Didi, what or how do you think boy children overcomes anxieties and depressions?
to me, every boy child has a way of absorbing
Shock
pain.
absorber.
Yeah, shock absorber, like absorbing pain or anxiety or depression. Different way of handling different kind of
Things.
stress. Some swim, some shout, some cry. Some smoke, some drink, some many things. So there are some people that pray also. Me, I have my own. Other people have
What
their
is
own.
your own?
Me, me, I smoke. I smoke very well.
Okay.
Sometimes I shout.
Okay.
So I don't cry. So everybody has his own way of absorbing and trying to encourage yourself. Sometimes something will happen to you. You have to take the pain only by yourself, and that pain, just like she says, when you go through that pain, you become strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not only in girls. There is some pain also as a man. You really fucked up. You take the blame and the pain, but it doesn't have to keep you down.
Yeah,
It
for
has
too
to
long.
build the power force that will get you to where you are going.
Okay.
To. So it's just different kind of.
Is it not that trying to absorb your pains, buckle your pains, buckle your emotions that is pushing people into getting too depressed and ending it all?
No,
Because if you check the reports of suicides, it's mostly men.
no, those kind of depression. Like, to me, if somebody says he's depressed and ends up killing he or herself, that is a total nonsense.
It's way out of
Yeah,
it.
depression doesn't make you like to go and hang yourself, kill yourself.
No, it
Depression
depends on the
always.
level of depression.
Depression.
Yeah, it depends.
And it depends on what actually depressed you. If it is an emotional depression, it's something that might push you to suicide. If it is financial depression,
Yeah.
It
if
can
it
also
is
push you to
physical, yeah, it can also lead to anything. So now it depends on the kind of depression. If it is just peer pressure, peer to peers depression,
Depression.
man, it's something you can get over.
But it all depends on individual.
Yes, that's
Because
what I'm still
not
saying.
not telling
Because
me,
everybody have
let
their
me say
own
you
ways
have
of
a
handling their things.
mansion, and maybe they demolished the mansion. You have
Okay.
invested like billions of
Yeah,
dollars.
sure.
you you will be depressed because you're a human being.
Mm-hmm.
You have to feel the pain, but you don't have to go and kill yourself, because if you will be able to work that thousands and
And
millions of
millions
dollars
of
to build a mansion,
But
you
it's
could
not
do it
everybody that
again.
has that same mentality now.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody has his own way. You have to
their
have
own
a
ways.
means
Yeah.
of tolerance in you. Like the people that built a car know that, okay, the shock absorber will be the tolerance, like, to
Mm-hmm.
absorb
Yeah,
every shock.
yeah, yeah.
So in every being an individual, you have to have, okay, if I'm
Something
in
that
kind of,
absorbs
yeah,
shock for
you
you.
know, some
Any
people
kind
will
of
be
shock.
like in not talking to anybody for like maybe 2 months, 1 month. So not necessarily you have to go and kill
Kill
yourself.
yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there are better ways to make things better, not by
Yeah, sure.
ending it.
Very
You know,
true.
yes.
Because we've seen cases of men jumping into the lagoon, and then we'll call that frustration. Then someone climbing the pole and falling from there, just like that. So what caused all those things?
It's depression. So.
This is inability to observe.
Yeah.
You understand? Just like when I said earlier, when I mentioned earlier before we went for a break, I said when a guy was brought up, or a guy is being brought up by a mother who adores, who brings him very close to her while growing up and all that, you will see that this boy will grow up with that mother's attitude.
Yeah.
If the mother is soft, the boy grows up soft. You understand?
Yeah.
And this boy's shock absorber will be depending on who he grew up with or how he grew up with. So that's why I agree with you when you said it depends on who is in the picture.
Yeah.
So
Didi,
yeah.
how can parents educate their sons, especially, or fathers, both fathers and mothers, educate their sons on boundaries and safety? Is it necessary?
You know, mostly basically on the like the country we are, like the Africans, the parents normally basically focused on the girl child, you know, because they believe the girl child faces more challenges more than the guys. So it will be good also.
And the lady is actually facing more challenges than the guys. The only
Yeah.
thing is that they are just preparing the girl child to be marriageable.
No, you know,
That is just
you know,
how I
you
see
know,
it.
in the girl
How
child,
to be a good wife.
There's a stage you will be sexually harassed by your fellow mates, you know, as a
Mhm,
girl child. So
mhm.
they have to tell you.
But the same thing happens to the boy children.
It happens, but
As
at
is
least now,
rampant.
yeah, it's rampant, but we feel as if it's not happening.
But
Most boy child, like what you say, they are mediators. Those they
Yeah.
quickly learn, even not from their own parents.
Mhm,
Maybe
mhm.
their fellow guy will be like, "This happened to me," and I do
Mhm.
not accept. They will now know, okay, this is not good.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
you have to.
But the girl children are also like that. If I tell you my experience, you also learn from it.
Not girls are not too. Some of them, they don't learn, like adapt like the way
The same
guys
thing with the
adapt.
boys. With the same thing.
No, it depends.
The same thing with the boys, because majority of people see me as somebody who doesn't like marriage. I don't like marriage. That is what they think. That doesn't mean I have a bad experience about marriage.
Yeah.
Do you understand? I do not have any bad experience about marriage. I do not have any bad experience about relationships. But from people's own bad experiences, that either sisters, cousins, friends, that gisted me about it, that I knew of, I learned from it. I have to do what? Be more cautious not to do
Or fall prey.
fall victim, fall into the hands of those kind of guys that actually mistreated them. So it's the same thing that is applicable to the boy children. Everybody, lengths as their brain can carry, because we all
Because as far
individually
as
we
I
have
can,
our level,
as
our
far,
capacities are not
yeah.
same educationally, intellectually is not same. Everybody have their own level, so the
Yeah.
same way a boy will go out and the friend will gist him, see what happened to me, and he learns from it. It's the same way the girl will still hear what happened to another
You know,
person, and she will also not do what,
on the boy
follow
child
it.
also, just like you said, it all depends on individual characteristics. There are some fast learners.
Mm-hmm.
There are some guys, you know living living your life, like growing up. Some people will be like, you have experience before you now change. Yeah, it happens. But there are some guys and ladies that haven't experienced that,
Mm-hmm.
but they have learned from some
Other
other
people's
people, so they
experience,
have
yes.
Mm-hmm.
avoided. You will see they will learn fast and they will grow fast. But
Mm-hmm.
those people that have that mistake, you have to scatter, come back again.
And start
When
from
others
beginning.
are going higher, you are starting from the scratch again. So it all
Okay.
depends on individual characteristics. There are some girls who will be like, hey, this happened to me. You will see that same person you told
We
tomorrow
still
now
go
will go
and do
and
the
be a
same,
victim. You'll be
exactly.
wondering, she I told you.
So what's the sense of telling you?
You understand?
You
So
refuse to learn
it's
from the other
just the
person's mistakes.
individual
You went
lifestyle.
and fell victim
You
again.
yourself that heard it, are you agreeing
Ready.
that this is wrong, or are you trying to know, maybe I will try
Mm-hmm.
it or maybe I should not try it? Just being principled.
Yeah.
Lifestyle is all about being principled,
Brain principle
because there is
and
something you will
self-will.
see and you will not do. No matter how enticing the thing is, you cannot do it. But there are some people that will do it, that will see it. They will be like, in your front, I cannot do it, but behind you,
They will
you
go
will go
and
and
Mm-hmm.
do
do
it.
it. So it just depends on individual
Mm-hmm.
whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
But parents are supposed to teach their boy children about boundaries
Yeah, that's what
and
I'm.
safety.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So
A
also
parents
educate
can
them.
teach, is for the boy child to accept and adapt. There's one thing I told my mom. There was a time I was given a hate trouble, like for my family, anybody around me. So
Mm.
my mom would be like, kneel down and pray. I was like, Mom, this thing is not prayer active, man. I choose to stop when I want to stop. You have given birth to me. Don't try to say
Stress
because you are
my
a
life.
church person, I have to be prayerful. No, allow me to live my life. When it's time for me to know, okay, this nonsense has to stop, I will just stop it. No need of all this kabashing, because you kabash today, tomorrow I will go and scatter. I'll come back with kabash again. So no matter how hard a parents try to impart good, most parents teach their child good ways to grow up, but it's left for the child to
But
adapt.
this sex education is not common with the male children.
Do you know?
Parents are always shying away
Let me tell
from
you one
teaching
thing
the
now.
boy children
The word,
about sex, sexual
yeah,
Boy
assaults,
choice.
molestations, rapes. In fact, sex education completely.
now in this current world we are living now, you'll be surprised that you as a parent, before you open your mouth to teach your boy child about sex molestation, he knows it.
And probably
Yes,
learning it in school now. That is, if you
because
did not start teaching them early. But if
because
you
now,
start teaching the
like,
person early, the person will know it from your house before going out there.
do you know why I would say they know it? Because they watch TVs. Most of the cartoons now they make, the
The
content is
sexual,
very
yes,
Yeah,
the
as
sexually
sexual.
sexually,
abused.
yes.
It's not only when someone like physically abuse your boy child. The cartoons they watch, you
Yeah.
know, they learn all those stuff from there. One day maybe he will even be the one to go and molest another person. You understand? So it's all about, all these things is physically based on
All about being
principles. Yeah.
strong-willed.
So,
Yeah.
how can we create more awareness about the boy child molestation? How do you think we can create more awareness?
Well, creating more awareness, like more of these podcasts, more, maybe more physical meeting, conference, seminars.
Webinars,
Yeah,
etc.
some going to school, having some sexual education
Education.
about the boy child. It's all about creating awareness and
Campaigns.
campaigns. All those kind of stuff. Because believe it or not, boy child, even males are facing serious sexual harassment, but it's been neglected because of that word men, but when you start having this awareness, you will be like, some people will start confessing, will be like,
Mm-hmm.
assuming this is on life now, you'll be seeing people comment, that when I was small, I was sexually
This
harassed
yes.
by,
So so
especially
so.
Yeah,
people that
yeah.
are being harassed are those people that have housemaids. The
Mm-hmm.
housemaid will want, like, people will be confessing, will be testifying, I was once, I was that. But basically now we're channeling it to the gay child. But most men
Went
suffer the
through
Also
same fate.
suffer
yes,
Yeah.
went
such.
through
Yeah.
same thing. It's all right. So, rounding up, do you think social media is playing a good role in educating the boy child about sexual education, safety, molestation, as in the dangers of molestations and all that? Do you think social media is playing a very vital role in the boy child's life?
To me, I would say no, because you can't go on the internet and see someone that is doing
A
a
campaign or a
campaign
walk.
about sex
Boy child
education, boy child.
molestation.
All you see there is all about spending money, some kind of big booties, so on, or maybe selling of clothes. All that is like, it's very hard for
To
you to
see.
get channels, TVs, maybe any kind of stuff talking about sexual education, both for the females and male. So the internet is no way helpful to that. Not like the olden days where ETV used to do all these
Yeah,
children
yeah,
program.
yeah.
They will call them, they will talk about this sex education and all that. You will see your fellow children anchoring the show, But now it's more of cartoons, music, and all that. Game, more especially game.
Games. Yes, yes,
So
and all that.
Raising the boy child is a very difficult task that most parents always neglect. They feel is their duty to make the girl child or the girl children marriageable, because that is their main target. Raising girl children that will be wife materials, forgetting to raise boy children that will also be a husband materials, leaving the societies in shambles. We have so
Reckless.
many irresponsible men roaming the streets because of bad parenting. Secondly, we should create much more awareness on boy child molestation, because it's not only the girl children that passes through these molestation processes. They're not the only ones that are being harassed. They're not the only ones that are being raped by aunties, uncles, whatsoever. Boy children also go through all these things, especially if you go to boarding schools and see what our sons go through on daily basis in the hands of their fellow men, some their teachers. You will pity them. You will know that this molestation on the boy child angle has actually eaten deep into the society.
Society currently.
Parents, please be more open to have conversations with your sons. Stop being static with them. The same way you are free to talk with the girl, discuss about her life, her adolescence, growing up from little to teenage. Do the same thing with the boy child, because they also go through a lot. Let them always be free, very free to talk to you. You as a parent should be the very first person your son should talk to about whatsoever problem or challenges he encountered or is still encountering. That is the best thing to give to your children. Concentrate also on raising the boy child, not just only the girl children. Thank you for staying with us on today's show. See you next week.
See you.
see you.